found a rogue, Scotty Fairno. I've recruited him.
All right.
I've employed him for the day. Alright, brickers, the brick is back. Right, what we're going to do is get the brick in this area here in the garage. 340's in the way, so we've got some car shuffling to do. So we'll get the brick back in the garage and then we'll give you a little bit of an update about what's happening, but we're drifting tomorrow. Yes! Alright, brickers, I'm going to explain what happened on the dyno in this video. However, just before we start off, we ended up with 339.72 horsepower at 6,269 RPM and 330 foot-pounds of torque at 4,867 RPM, and then that was a 12 psi of boost. We essentially ran out of fuel injector and we need some spicier camshafts, so at some point I'm going to put the NA head on and upgrade the injectors. Enjoy! Since it's been a while, let's give you a little bit of a rundown on exactly what the setup is here and a little bit about what's happened in the last few weeks when I sent the car off to get tuned. So, the car originally had this NA engine, 3 litre, same displacement as what I've put in here, but anyway, I swapped it out for a B6294T, which was from a 2004 Volvo XC90, 4-wheel drive. The engine's mounted this way in the XC90, and obviously I've turned it around and mounted it the correct way. It bolted straight in, it bolted straight to my gearbox. I'm still running the M90 gearbox, RIP, that may break if the axle shafts hold on long enough. The M90 is probably going to break, but you know, we'll see what happens when we go drifting. We're going to try and drift with not much grip to start off with. So anyway, get distracted straight away. So we've got a whole set HX35 turbo, big old truck turbo. It's basically a stock unopened engine. I've literally done nothing to it, not even a head gasket. Just did the timing belt a while ago. But basically it's just a stock T6, but instead of 2 tiny turbos, I've got this one medium-sized whole-set HX35. Now, we couldn't control the boost on the dyno, so one of the big things that's happened with this car is now we have an external wastegate. We had an internal wastegate, which I got a turbo smart one. But even with, I took the spring out of the internal wastegate and it still hit boost cut at 1.5 bar. So we couldn't control the boost because these diesel truck turbos are used to making a lot of boost, so they don't have to bleed off so much. So the bleed off, the restriction was huge. Sure, we did try and make it work. We tried to bore out some of the restrictions, but it just didn't work. So we've gone full external wastegate, but don't get too excited. It's not a screamer. What we've done is rerouted it back into the downpipe, so it doesn't actually make a difference on the noise of the exhaust, which is what I wanted because I don't want to get banned from tracks for making too much noise. But I've got my bypass valve, so at the flick of a switch, the exhaust goes open anyway. Honestly, that is like an aeroplane. I'm not sure how often I'll use that or if I'll get away with using it, but it's there. If I want to go really loud at some occasion, I can. What else? Yeah, it's pretty much just kind of as it was. I mean, obviously, we have got the Max ECU, which was one of the most Gucci parts of this whole build. max ECU race, so that's all been tuned and we've used all the technology that we could. We've got an e-throttle, so I've got a Nissan 350Z accelerator pedal and the e-throttle's all working nicely. Stock rad, I've got an intercooler and an oil cooler up here. Most of the other parts are just from the Speeding Parts catalogue. Big shout out to Speeding Parts. This build was going to be a bit cheap, budget, quick, sketchy, like, you know, just throw a turbo on and crack on. But because of Speeding Parts sponsoring us, this build kind of escalated quite quickly, and now we've got so many good parts on this car. All of the heat management from Hurricane, turbo blankets, we've even got heat management all over the place. The air filter, which is rated to 1,000 horsepower, bit overkill. All of the ancillaries, all the AN lines, you know, the intercooler, the oil cooler, the fuel pressure regulator, a lot of the sensors, a lot of the plugs for the wiring. Like, the list just goes on and on and on. It was just so much came from Speeding Parts, and without their support, without their sponsorship, this build wouldn't be anywhere near as good as how it is today. So huge thanks to Speeding Parts. Now, so the plan is we're going to drift tomorrow. I'm going to take my hat off because I'm absolutely boiling. We've got heating in this garage, so even though it's -2 outside, it's still pretty cozy in here. Right, we're trying to drift tomorrow. I picked up this car last night from Dave. He just did such an amazing job. I mean, there was actually, let's have a chat about what happened. So I thrashed to get this car finished. You see, I've got a to-do list which is mostly scribbled out. Drove down to Dave, which was about 45 minutes. The thing was running on 5 cylinders. It was barely running. I managed to get down there, but I was hoping it was just tuning issues, but it wasn't. There was so many issues that Dave discovered and found out, and I feel a bit guilty because I kind of sent him a car that wasn't really finished. That's basically what it comes down to. So I feel really bad, but he was so helpful and so understanding with what I had, and just so intelligent with diagnosing everything. So I had a faulty injector, we swapped that out. Then the spark plugs weren't happy, the stock Volvo ones, so we swapped them out for NGKs. He changed the intercooler piping slightly on the throttle body side, welded in a bung for the intake air temperature sensor, which was one big thing that I missed for some reason. And then there was all the boost issues, and he's fabricated himself from scratch an external wastegate system. We had issues with all sorts, just loads of little things that just kind of add up, where like every time we tried to get the car tuned and do a power run, there was a new issue, and Dave just fought through them and just kept on going. And there was a few little wire issues as well, and he got everything sorted. So big up Dave. He's done a right number on this. Like, it went to him, I kept calling it the bodge bus, but it went to him like kind of running but not really finished, and I do feel a bit guilty about that. Like, I didn't realise the extent of kind of what needed to be done, but Dave just absolutely smashed it. Like, it went into him a bodge bus, and it came out just a proper turbo drift car. I've got a few little things to do today. Oil leaks, a couple of little oil leaks like in the air fittings, nothing major. Put the wipers on, put the bonnet struts on, do an oil change, do a nut and bolt check, you know, all the like normal drift day prep stuff really. So there's nothing huge I want to do. I want to get me double-din unit working inside the car. It works, but the connection's not very good. But what I'm going to try and do is connect up the max ECU Bluetooth to my double-din display inside. If I can get the max ECU connected to Bluetooth, that would be really, really good. We'll have all the data that we need, oil pressure and things. Speaking of oil pressure, that's one of the things I've got to wire up. So I had a little issue with the connector. I've got a new one, so I'm going to put that on. Live new steering wheel, by the way. Sick. Harness, 6-point harness. Going back there. So good, so good. So I've got a catch can installed there, just so that's not venting to atmosphere. A lovely blue catch can there from Amazon. That came very quick. So if we go on apps and Max ECU M dash. Look at this Max ECU app on the M dash. Connected. All the informations. Morning Brickers, it's 6:30 in the morning. Still haven't loaded the car up, but it's pretty much finished. So we're going to load up the car full of tools and tyres, because I didn't do it at 1 o'clock this morning. So I've had about 4 hours of broken sleep because my brain was going at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. So let's get the boost bus loaded up and head down to Teesside. Right Brickers, it's just after 7:15, running about half an hour later than I would have liked, but I'm not going to be late, I don't think. It's just sacrificing a bit of a better paddock space, I think. So I don't think today's going to be too busy being a full track day, so hopefully that doesn't matter. So we're going to go and get some fuel. You see the car's fully loaded with tyres. Hopefully it's not too dark there, but we need to fill the tank. Follow some high quality fuel. Oh, and get some sweeties. On the button, man. On the button. Right, let's get going. Let's get this over with. Not a fun drive. Right, Brickers. Got our sweeties, drumsticks, squashies. Got a sandwich. Pigs under something, pigs under blankets. Let's go. People are waiting for me here, but never mind. Some energy drinks, more energy drinks. Let's go. Off to Teesside. We're all fueled up. Yeah, I look like a right twat to me racing overalls in this unusual car. Right, let's go. Smelt oil, so I'm gonna have a quick check, see what's going on. I don't know if it's just because of when I filled the oil up or what. Well, I've got oil pressure. Let's have a quick look. Feed is fine. Drain looks alright. Dry down there, we've got oil pressure. Right, only one breakdown. Hopefully I haven't got a catastrophic oil leak. We shall be keeping an eye on the oil pressure. It's okay for now, so.
12 seconds later.
Oh, right Brickers, we're ready to go out for our first laps in the T6. Very nervous. I have a feeling my rear axle's about to snap anyway, judging by how it's behaving. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do a couple of laps, just feel it out, then maybe do a drift lap and then come back in and have a look at things and see how things go. Hopefully nothing snaps immediately. I would like to get some skids in today, that would be nice. And just see how the turbo setup feels really, because I mean this has been a year and a half, right? I haven't even driven a manual car for a year and a half. My dailies are autos, so I haven't even driven manual, so now I'm about to like drift a turbo. So we'll see how it goes. I'll chuck the GoPro on. Love me helmet, class. Nordic livery. Look, there's a piston head Chaz. Max Howell's brick here as well. 2 Volvos here today. Scotty Ferno and Harry Cunningham's on the way down with their brick as well. All good. Right, let's go and do some skids. Literally about to go on track and I realised I haven't even signed on, so I've got to go and give me driving licence and sign on. Max, I forgot to sign on. It's more like it, I got my wristband. Whoopsie, had my helmet on and everything, man. It's ready to can. Right, false start. Let's actually go this time. I'm so excited and nervous and scared. Good go. Super weird. Span out straight away on ice cold tyres. Oh man, this is madness. It's so weird driving a turbo car. Well, that's smoke already, man.
Is the chicane any better?
It's alright, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my first time through it, like.
Right, there must be another Volvo exactly like yours, mate. You said it was too tight for it.
Alright, yeah, there's another one.
Just me and you, just me and you.
Go on, mate, yeah.
Gonna go.
Must go faster.
What's going on with my hydro, man? I mean, glove box came off. What happened? What happened there? Madness. Well, just been out for my first drift. I think I've got to learn how to drift again, man. It's so weird, like being on the accelerator and not having the power until the turbo kicks in. Maybe I need to run a little bit less grip for the first few hours just to get used to it. Might put the 15s on, but I'll go out again. I'll increase my rear tyre pressures and I'll go out again. The front felt very understeery. The rear was a bit too grippy until the turbo came on, and my hydro seemed to lose its thing. So I don't know if there's an issue with my brakes or something. Might need to bleed the brakes, which wouldn't be ideal, but I'll do it if I have to. Apart from that, I did a quick mangy, but it's been a year and a half. It just feels so alien, but the axle hasn't broken yet. Put some more pressure in. Not sure what I hit, but first lap out. Well, I've been out twice now, Brickers. I think I need to bleed my brakes a bit because there seems to be some air in the system somewhere, because I kept losing my hydro handbrake. I'm pressing it, pulling it, and it just, nothing happened. Did a couple of alright skids, particularly on the west track. Very quickly getting used to not bogging down, I suppose. I might put the less grippy tyres on because all the time the tracks are going to be drying up. But for now, I think I'm going to take the rear wheels off, lead the two rears and then the two fronts, and then go back out again and see if the hydro situation improves. Here's Max and Charles. Way. You alright, like? Alright. Yeah. I've got to learn how to drive again, I think.
Yeah,
Very different not having power down low anymore.
Drop down, it opens like a second, and you try and keep it going. It doesn't want to keep going, does it?
Yeah.
That fucking corner with the ice on as well is really scary.
I know. I didn't even know there was ice on it the first time. I was like, oh shit. I've up my times a bit. I might put my 15s on with the 195s.
A bit less traction.
Like just to party mode it for a bit, because
Yeah,
I need to get back in the swing of things. Like, can't be having these heavy 17-inch semi slicks.
Is that what they are? Oh fucking hell, yeah. You're struggling to drive with them.
Got 45 psi now, so.
I've never used semi-slicks. That's probably why I break axles, to be fair. Yeah, maybe that's a good shout.
The West track was fun though.
Yeah.
I'm better on West track than National anyway.
Yeah.
I like the Manji.
Yeah. It's pretty good, isn't it? Right.
I'm going back out for one.
Yeah.
Right, I bled the brakes and I put some party mode tyres on, so now we're, instead of 215 semi-slicks, we put some 195 normal tyres on. So not only they're skinnier, they're also on 15-inch alloys, not 17-inch by 9-inch banded steelies. So they're going to spin up a lot easier. I'm hoping I'm going to do third gear on the National a bit easier. Just while I'm getting back into the swing of things, I've just taken all the grip out the rear end. And see how things go. Hopefully it's not too slippy on the second gear sections. so I crashed. Whoops. Let's go and see how the back end looks. Oh, I clipped the tyre wall a little bit. I got a bulb warning light, so I was I think I left my bumper on track. Not too bad. I had the less grippy tyres on, and this is what happened. Right, Briggers, gave the brakes a little bleed after that crash out. Probably won't get me bumper back till after lunch, so it's going to go out without the bumper, but no dramas, just a bit of weight reduction. So let's go out again and see how we'll go on. Well, the brakes felt a lot better and the hydro stayed where it was supposed to on the last run. However, I was just about to go out and I noticed the car was a bit louder, so I just noticed the V-band on the external wastegate not seated correctly. So wait for it to cool down a little bit and then we'll give that a fix. Hopefully it's just a case of straightening it up and tightening it up, and then we'll be back away again. So the V-bands on the external wastegate completely broken, so we're trying to bodge them. I found a rogue Scotty Ferno. I've recruited him. I've employed him for the day, so hopefully we'll be back up and running and drifting on track soon after lunch. I was looking for a longer M6 bolt.
Yeah, we need a longer one.
So I think what happened on both of the V-bands on the wastegate is this side here had a metal clip on, if you want to focus. This side had a metal clip on with two dowel pins, and then you've got your bolt side. So the clips on this side on both of them failed and came out, and that's why the wastegate was loose. So what we've done is one of the pins was missing, so we've put a nut and bolt bodge on there, and then we've got, if I can pick this up, a metal cable tie to hold this end together, and then this end will just be standard nut and bolt, but I've replaced it with a normal nut and bolt, not a stupid Allen and nylon 3/8 one. So hopefully we'll put that back together and we'll be boosting again. Well, Brickers, with the help of Scotty Ferno, we've got a bodge. I don't think it's sealed properly. it might just be a case of it's good enough to get us home. But I'm going to go out and do a lap and see what boost I'm running. It should be 12 psi, which is 0.89 bar. So if I'm only at 0.4 bar or something, then we know it's not really working and it's leaking, and I'll call it a day. Right, let's go, Brickers. Very good, very nice.
Boost?
I wasn't paying attention too much. I didn't get loads in first gear, or even second. It seemed to get like boost by gear, but a little crash over there. That corner's not happy. Something happened. Oof.
Oh shit.
That's alright. Hopefully there's not worse on the inside. Yeah, I was out with the rumble strips there, like. Ugh. That was like black flag kind of performance. So I did a run, span out a few times, and it went pretty well. Had some boost, but we've got a new problem because of my little crashu. Have a look at this. Yeah, that's
Not in one piece anymore.
not supposed to do that. I think the suspension's come out. Or worse.
And they were like, well, you don't
So I've got a bit of a problem with it.
Roll cage with a professional driver was like,
The coilover kind of came out a little bit.
like,
So
why would
the
you
solution,
get it? Even if you binned it.
we're going to sleeve it with a can of Monster,
I was just laughing.
and then should be good to go again.
They go really mad, there's like a big dud.
Right, after the little crashu, front suspension sorted, and what, look, I found my bumper. The bumper's back on as well, almost looks like a car. So, going out for a lap or two with my man Scotty Ferno, off of TikTok.
How's your YouTube going?
This is it.
Alright, yeah. I'll be in the video.
Right, just going out for some laps with Scotty. I'll just put the wipers on full with me helmet.
Giggity, 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 giggity. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
Let's see what breaks this time.
Well, hopefully not.
Jesus, that was probably the best lap I've done today. The car's performing actually how it's supposed to. Bit sketchy in places, I'm still so rusty, but just towards the end of the west, I got the some stock wires caught underneath me accelerator pedal, not the best. So this here, this big plastic bit got stuck under my accelerator pedal. That's what stopped me lap. Apart from that, that was amazing. A year and a half man of work, and that's the first lap that the car's actually performed how it's supposed to. It's absolutely wild. It's been so cool to have the Max ECU dash working. Got the main things like coolant, boost, AFR, oil pressure. A few things still need sorting out and finessing, but overall it's pretty good. So let's go out and do a few more skids. 3.6 bar. Red blocks run like 1 bar, don't they?
Oh, really? I wouldn't know.
Don't need oil pressure.
Ah, okay.
Oh no, not seriously. Wheel survived that.
No, no. I'm glad I didn't abandon Speedies there.
Finally gone through a pair of tyres. We'll call that a win. Gonna put some new ones on. Man, these Volvos can take a punch. I've just been airborne. The back end, I went over the curbs and the back end went into the air, smashed off the curb sideways, and it's all good. It's all good. Although I was on these lovely 15-inch alloys, I'm so glad I wasn't on my banded steelies because they would have been dead. Right, I'm gonna get these tyres changed because we've got about 40 minutes left of drifting, so get some fresh tyres on and go out for a few more laps. Well, that's the day done. We are done with drifting, so all we've got to do now is put some tyres on that have some tread and then drive home and pack all of this rubbish away. I brought so much stuff. I need a lot of it though. The car is still driving, still drifting, all good. And wow, that last 20 minutes, I was the only one on track, the full track, all to myself. I got a little wrong for doing mangies, too many mangies on the approach to West track. Sorry, Yogi. I was partly just kind of really hot lapping the car. I was going round and round and round, and it never even thought about overheating. And considering I've got quite, you know, sizable turbo stock coolant system, just got the NA rad in there from 1994, didn't even think about overheating. It just held the temps, and I was smashing limiter. You see the video, I was just smashing limiter, sending it really hard, not waiting between laps, and it just took it. And we've even been airborne today. We've crashed into tyre walls, we've taken the bumper off, our suspensions fell off, our wastegate fell off, my wire things fell off and jammed the accelerator pedal. There's so much happened, and enjoy it with Max and Chaz and Scotty Ferno and Harry Cunningham as well. Just added to it. It was just like the Volvo gang. Such a good day, man. So good. What a car. What a car. I can't believe it. Right. Less waffling. I've got to change. I'm going to change all 4 tyres, all 4 wheels, and then pack all my stuff up. And by then it'll probably be dark. And then we've got about almost an hour to drive back home. But hopefully it'll be unemotional. Yeah. What a day. Well, after our little bodge earlier, the external wastegate isn't leaking at all. So that's something, but it's still a temporary fix. But got us through the day. Now we're ready to go home.